afternoon to you. All of you are welcome to another edition of the program State of the Nation is on Truth FM. As usual, today is Wednesday, is the 21st of May 2024 in huge controversy about the staple rice. Last evening, Liberians decided to go out and about in all the provision shops in the community trying to buy rice and were restricted. If you had your purchasing power or strong purchasing power, especially in the rural area, you wouldn't buy more than 3 bags. More than 3 bags. Then it extended into this morning, and as I drove to town, deliberately drove to town since I usually pass through the Japan freeway. Again, at Futa in Claro Town was jam-packed with rice buyers, maybe dealers as well, middlemen. They were there. Liberians, some had to cut their sleep to come and put racks to represent their position just in case these foreign merchants open their stores to sell the staple. It came after a meeting. People want to describe it as unsuccessful, but the government said they had a wonderful meeting, a successful meeting with the rice importers, and there was some some information I got. There was some caveat signed to these rice importers that, hey, gentlemen, interesting, there was not a single female. Yeah, gentlemen, there's no more business as usual. This is the government's position, and the newspapers are carrying it all over the place, media houses. There will be no increment in the 25 kg rice or whatsoever measurement you have. So it is a marching order. Then who executes or enforces it? The Ministry of Commerce, the ball is still in your court. I'm seeing wall of words, unpalatable words exchanges between former Representative Carlos Gray and the Commerce Minister on social media. I'm talking about Amin Moda on social media. Carlos Gray is accusing the minister of having a share, and the minister is firing back and referring to Carlos Gray as liar and underachieve, to paraphrase. But the executive mansion is quiet in Washington and said, well, giving marching order. This is how it's going to be. This is how it's going to be. And no one dare interrupts the peace and tranquility Liberians are enjoying. These and much more on more information on rice, and the list goes on when we return. That is after this commercial break. Orange and EcoBank Liberia are the proud sponsors of these platforms.
What happened to this of today? I'm happy about the rush coffee. First tomorrow morning. And today is Sunday. I finish again. Listen.
But they're not problems here at all. It's possible you can still pay tomorrow.
No, that thing you're not there. I'm not joking. You pay every
anytime, even here.
Right here, right now.
Here too!
Without moving an inch.
Here would be just perfect.
Henceforth, send money to your Orange Money account from your bank account and vice versa directly from your mobile phone. A simple and fast solution that is always available to ensure a permanent access to your Orange Money services. Anywhere, anytime, send money to your Orange Money account from your bank account from your mobile phone to cash out, to recharge, to transfer, to pay, to buy. To subscribe to this service, go to your bank branch office, partner to the Orange Money service.
Let me make sure I got all the sanitary items I need. I'm checking my list. Oh yes, one more item. Let me have a big bottle of Dettol, yeah, across the board.
Yes, it. The total amount is 3,000 LD.
Okay, let me give you your money. Hey, my people, I can't find my purse. Lola, I left it on my kitchen table. My husband is rushing me too much. What's I'll do now?
Don't worry, Costa Homo. You can pay with your phone. Yes, the code here on the wall.
Awesome. Yes, I do have money on my phone.
With Orange Money, making payments for goods at your favorite store with your merchant is as easy as ABC. Dial *144#, select currency, select Pay with Orange Money, and follow the instructions. With Orange Money, life is easier. No stress.
Orange.
Starting today. Why not have a little more fun? Why not use money this easily? Why not get even closer to family? Why not work how you've always wanted? Fun, money, family, work. No network keeps you connected to it all, quite like Orange. It's all about what matters to you. Orange.
When it comes to communication in Liberia, Orange is number one.
Orange is the best. Orange is the best. Oh, Orange is the best.
Orange is the best.
Strongest network, widest coverage,
Orange is the best.
fastest internet speed.
Orange is the best.
People, Orange is the best. Yes, Orange is the best.
Lamakitie, Naratama, please woo. Company Guinea, that's a for Orange. Top of number one. Swing it.
Company Tita, my Orange, I don't got it best.
Orange, put more you the telephone on phone.
Reliable, trusted, and dependable.
Orange is about 7. Yeah, Orange is
Orange is the best.
It's all about what matters to you. Orange.
Okay, so that's the state of affairs of the Republic, and you are about to hear some of those things we need to do to keep our country safe. But first, here is Magdalene. Good afternoon to you. Welcome to this edition of your program, State of the Nation.
Thank you. It's good to be back here.
How was the evening? How was last night? See, you still?
Yeah.
Okay, so just avoid. Just yes. Okay, so now let's just take it's still the same. It's still the same.
Starting today, why not have a little more fun? Why not use money this easily? Why not get even closer to family?
Yes, I'm fine. Yes, I'm fine. It's good to be back.
You still not getting me?
No, I'm getting you, but I just need you to adjust it. Yeah, but we can go on
okay.
while he adjusts. Yeah.
All right.
No, it's good to be back. Good afternoon.
All right. Okay. So it's good, and welcome. You out and about. What did you go to today? Which function?
Well, work.
Work.
Mhm.
Oh, I thought you went to
Yeah.
speak somewhere because you're all over the place speaking.
Is it speak?
Yeah, speak. Everybody wants you to speak at their
Yeah,
occasion.
Stop exaggerating.
Ah,
Yeah, thank you.
okay, so
How is your night? When did you reach home?
it was good.
I mean, you you left from here around 6:30
6? You mean that? I was here up to 7:30.
in Pinsville.
Yes, in Pinsville.
But it took a long time in Pinsville.
Yes.
Why?
And you know, I don't usually take the long time I alone. So I was sitting somewhere with some political friends, and then I think you passed by, right? You saw me, and I waved. I waved to you. I said, "Where are you coming from? Where are you going from?" Choir. If it is not revival, it's choir practice. If it is not choir practice, it's women's meeting. If it's not women's meeting, it's choir. How do you call it? Tarif. Yeah, but it's good to have you back on the show, man.
Yeah, all right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's see why the television guys are. I don't know why you guys are always late, Chief. Okay. Let me go to Steve. Steve, good afternoon to you. Steve, you have to punch your voice and tell us who is Steve Kennedy. Because I know because Mhm. Okay, but he called me up yesterday evening blasting about some irregularities in your work in your government. Well, let's start with since the issue was about rice yesterday. How did it sound? You said, but you got to be frank, eh? Uh, yes. I don't know what really happening here today. They got the whole thing. Yes. Oh, just hold on, let me do this.
We cry for peace.
Yeah, go on. What the tea you're talking about? Okay. You think he didn't do that? How, how do you think so? The man works at the will and pleasure of the president. You think he would just do it outrightly? Mhm. Okay, so let me hold you there. Listen to this one uh, from this one. Musa Benedi. He got solution to it, and he blasted in the first place and said, "Well, you think we got solution to this rest problem? We got control over it. We don't have as long as it remains as it is." Just listen. You believe what he said? You think we can beat back that argument? Well, how come? I'm coming to that. The reason why this is I'm coming to this one is I just received a call from one John Tamba, and he said he used to hate Musa Belete, and then he said, but from the time he got in the legislature, Musa keeps inspiring him. What did he do? Let's leave that another argument. But does he have solution to this problem? But everything will be in that district now. Let the man spread the revolution across the country. Now only District 7 Nimba. Mhm. No, that how you call it? We got several such bridges around, man. Aha, that's what you must say. Uh-huh. Hmm. I agree with you. Hmm. No, I'm not from Bapolo. No, I'm not from Bapolo. I'm from Lofa. Uh, Okay, so yes, it's good. You guys can discuss that, and he's an open man. Uh, I think you guys are very close since the two countries are neighboring. But here we are. Um, if you were the president in this case, uh, let's look at what you would have done from yesterday that we started to see that there will be some upheaval on rice issue in the space of 6 months. What do you think would be your plan? Or you recommend to your government what could be the plan? This could be one of the closest we have ever come to realizing that unless we get back to the soil, we will allow foreigners to dictate to us what and when should we eat it. See the table arrangement at the executive mansion yesterday. They are all foreign businesses, foreign business traders. They're all traders, foreign traders. Let me put it that way. I think I saw one person. That person resembles a Liberian, but I don't know the name. But the entire table was almost like people come from their home and they decide when and how, what type of staple they should input for us, and they should dictate to us that we are about to do this one because, and I said yesterday, they erroneously informed the government that there is a 20% tariff place, which has come to an end since March. Unfortunately, we gave into it, but it's good that the president made some intervention and placed a halt on any further increment. But if you were the one, what could be your plan in 6 months?
Thank you, Chris. If I were the one like you rightfully said, I would set up a delegation to move in China, in India, and Taiwan. Meet with the Indian government and the Taiwan government, Taiwanese. Have a conversation with them. Uh, we need rice. How many metric tons can you give us? We as a government, talk to your farmers. We will pay you this amount and pay you by installment. All right? Can you give us 80 metric tons, 100 metric tons, whatever metric tons? And we have a conversation around. That's why we can afford. We were shaping our country. And we said, when the rest come, we identify a potential Liberian business pricing. Take, for example, Flotoma. Given that rest, he has a well, like Musa Belete, an eminent businessman. Gave them that rest, sell it as a very low price to our people, deposit our money to central bank, send the people money, arrange again and send the rest. While in the event, you are getting involved, sending for your different equipment so that we can start to grow our own rest in Liberia. But we need to set up a dedication to sending in India, in China, in not China, but Taiwan. Ask them to talk, join all and talk to their farmers. Give us this rice, the layman will say on the basis of CPA, and we come here and sell their rice, send their money back with a very low price to our local business people and some of those eminent business people. See how we can do that for little over 1 year. In that period, we will be producing our own rice. Asking for some of their manpower, their technicians. We will pay the technician, we will take care of that being in Liberia, and they will have to train our local technicians here. And we'll produce the CO rice we go for. At the end of the day, we will find solution. But I think we need to send, a delegation now into India and Taiwan. Sit with their government, plead with them, and ask them how they can join us and fight this national, crisis, emergency. Because this issue of rice, like Honorability said, since 1979. one of the actors is now in power, which is His Excellency Honorable Joe Walker. How do we do it differently? And in my mind, I think that is the approach. How do we do it differently from the other people? This thing has been roaming in the corridor for so long. So if we do that, it will help out to ease the tension on the rice price in our country. Like you cannot, dictate on something that you are not producing. So if we need to dictate to the guys, we need to go in India. If we bring rice here, it will force the guys that importing rice. If we selling it to our citizens for $11, the guys that importing it, they will be forced to sell, $11. All we need to do is to identify two permanent business pricing. Like I said, like Jungle Water or someone like Honorable Benedict. These are permanent business people in our country. All right? A lot of permanent business people here. Carry them and let them get in the rice. And come and sell at a very low price. So when you sell at a low price, you put those other people under pressure to dance on your rhythm. But in the absence of that, we will face the same way we will be coerced to give them subsidies, to drop prices. Because
okay, so we got like 5, 7, 10 minutes for this interview. But let's go back into history. Everybody keeps making reference to this one. Let's see whether I'm going to ask you whether we've learned lesson actually on this one.
This important statement from the Liberian government. In this era of discipline,
okay, let me see what I can.
Chris, I wish we could loan the people of Nima could loan Musa ability to Bon County.
Oh.
If you see,
but you got money people in Bon County too. What you call on them?
Getting money and has the mind to spend it is two different things. What Honorable Ability did, Chris, I'm into politics. I've undertaken project, but it's not. I've not seen that in Liberia.
Let's listen to this one while we.
in Liberia, your producer and narrator as usual is Jerry Williams. First, this important statement from the Liberian government. In this era of discipline and responsibility, government will not countenance nor tolerate in the interest of law and order any disruptive public demonstrations without permission. The President
That was 1979. That's ERWA News, 1979, after the Rest Riot. How many years have gone? 40 years plus. Man, Liberians, we're still grappling with this Rest issue. We're still holding meetings with importers.
But
instead, look at this other embarrassment that came our way. Look at this other embarrassment. Let me read it out to you. Why the FOIA Rest project became a fiasco. I am a living witness. I was in Tripoli when the Libyan government gave grant to Liberia to produce its staple, rice. $30 million. And I had to come through one ADA headed by Wendell McIntosh, a very flamboyant Liberian who had already killed one other project, and then the $30 million was coming. Then initially it was for Patawi. I don't know why it went to FOIA, but I'm told Patawi didn't have the rights. I mean, the land for the capacity of the production. Since FOIA was in Savannah and flat, it went to FOIA. And there are records to prove that this man flamboyantly misapplied this money. And at the embarrassment of Ellen Johnson Sellee, who in fact later on called on ECOWAS to help replenish the $30 million for the construction or for the continuation of the project. Not a single rest was brought down Monrovia or any part of the country to be sold. What lesson have we learned along the way?
Because, like I said, people take public fund to be played. They go about using this anyway, anyhow, and they go with impunity. What I'm saying to you, Chris, all we need to do to monitor the different projects ensure that if you carry a rice project in Moserado, in Lofa, in Nima, in Bapolu, set up a team to go there. Let us lead these big names. And trust, I just gave you one of the ways that we could do it. In the 2 years before we produce, go to Taiwan, go to India and start a conversation there with the rice farmers. Let them give us rice and we sell, we pay. We are a country. If they ask us to deposit the first money, we could deposit something around 100 million and ensure that identify 3 potential, business tackle in this country. We know at any point in time, we could take their some of their property as collateral and entrust them with the people rice. Sell that rice at a low price and ensure that something. If they misapply the people money, we take that property and sell it and pay government pay the people. But people take government funding to be played, Chris, around the country and around Liberia. Look what you're talking about. Thank God you are a living witness to what you're talking on. Not even a plastic barrier we saw from that area.
Mm-hmm. Some of them made their way
Some
into
of those
Guinea
machines
and
today are
sold. Some are still in the savannah grass.
in the
All
savannah,
brand new that came
brand
to the
new.
country.
So we could take those machines and see some of them that can be useful, send for the technician to work on it and see how we can use it. But Chris, there is a national emergency. And as such, we must tackle it with care. We must go for it like we want it. We cannot be doing the same thing over 45 years and we expect a different result. Obviously, we will get the same result. All we need, President Bwaka, thank God he's an actor in those crises we are talking about. He was a key player and an actor. Mr. President, we are calling on you at this point to plead with the legislators, to plead with your counterparts in India and in Taiwan to see need. If they can credit us and give us a huge ton of rice and let identify a few business people to sell that rice and pay the money, we can do that. Please establish a conversation with them and put pressure on the importers of rice. Because if we send for rice at a lower cost, we will put pressure on the importers of rice in our country and they will sell it the same way the other people will be selling it.
Thank you very much, Steve Kennedy. Let's do this some of the time as we find solution to this problem. I don't know whether this generation of ours can find the solution, but generation has come and gone. Liberia is still the same. July 26th this year will be 176 years.
Because you are a
77.
farmer too. I always see you on your farm.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
So
Yes.
we will identify you as one of those potential local farmers.
Maybe recommend to the president to make me rice ambassador.
Yeah, we could
Right?
do that. You could go there and plead with the Taiwanese government and see how
Taiwanese
we can
government.
send it. You plead on behalf of Liberia.
The first and foremost thing, you as the president, you will have served their policy. You will have served as an embarrassment to your foreign policy. Liberia has nothing to do with Taiwan. Got a one China policy here. Where you going to Taiwan to look for rice?
We are asking them. Look, it's not the issue of policy right now. Our people, when people start fighting here, they will not talk about policy.
No, but diplomacy counts. It counts a lot in surviving among nations.
But China is not producing the rice at that level.
China is even producing more than Taiwan.
Okay, I will research that. I don't want
do that.
I will research that. Well, we can. Our issue is not about China. It's not about Taiwan. But we can start a relationship with China if China is able to supply all 300 metric tons and identify few of our business tackle that.
Look, Steve, go and see Futa this morning. Go and see Futa this morning. your compatriots, your fellow Liberians, under a freezing weather early morning, they were already standing in queues to buy rice to go and sell. Nobody said there was shortage. They wanted an increase, and the president said no. So there should be no further movement as if we're not in normal time. We're in normal time.
Chris, because of that, if I were the president and the commerce minister by this time, you should find you should find all the rest inputters for creating false alarm.
And let me tell you what some of them are doing. I got information.
Want to create
these people don't even pay physical cash. Now they've hanged on producers. You know, in India they got the producer, then they got the processors. Then the processor, then they get a dealer. The dealer warehouse go and buy. Make contact with these people. They sent like 50, 100 metric tons. Since the physical cash is not there, sell it semi-profit.
You see that? So that's why I'm saying we can do
so they acting like they got money all over in the place here. I told you yesterday how a foreign businessman leased almost all the warehouses in the Freeport only to deny some Liberians because a criteria for rice importation, one will not add the RPD, yes, but you must have a warehouse. To keep them out of the business, he leased all the warehouses in the Freeport. So the guys got strangulated and they lost out.
Wow.
I said it yesterday. I got information on all these things. It took another a well-meaning foreign business person to call those who were affected and say, but guess what? You're not in the business because these warehouses are leased. And the guy is doing nothing. They're not using the warehouses, but they are least intended to keep people out of the competition. But in this glorious land of liberty, where I was born and no one, I don't have to apply for citizenship. Someone who is daring to apply for my citizenship is stopping me from living. I think we should think that we've come to the end of yesteryears.
I think
turn a new page.
I think there's a new revolution.
I was exiled with Olubanki Kina Akireli, then Minister of Commerce.
Wow.
And KK brought similar nonsense. She subjected that man to an investigation at the Justice Ministry, and KK was adjudged guilty and deported. I don't know whether he actually left. But that brought sense in the head of KK. He was hoarding. If not hoarding, he was hiking. If not hiking, he was threatening that if this did not happen, this one will happen. For God's sake. Thank you so much for coming.
Chris, you're welcome.
Thank you.
I appreciate that.
Thank you. Let's take a break to be right back. When we come back, another segment.
And they are just giving after each other. As people, as lawmakers, rice has been the problem in this country since 1979. And simply, as a country, we still have not found the answer to it. And we are here as representatives of the people debating the price of a commodity that we have no control over. Instead of debating the price of rice, the economy shows that we are using as a country 280 million United States to buy rice. The biggest pressure on the Liberian dollar that continues to devalue the Liberian dollar is the importation of rice. And we sitting down here discussing on the price of rice from different countries so that when they make a decision in the country, and we need to find a solution. The only solution to the issue of rice is that as a country, God has given us soil that has the capacity to give us the rice that we need. Unless we can decide to grow our own rice, we must start talking about The price of rice. There's nothing, we are aligned people, and not just the government, because the party was specialized in criticizing CDC, but the still price of rice. So CDC says that today, the country is caught in the web of two parties, and they are just playing as a ball. We need to find a solution. There is no threat to national security. As I said to you, as regard the price of rice, anybody who see that rice price is high, come follow me, let's get the paper with me later. Thank you. Okay? We should not be discussing rice price. No, we need to find a solution. There is no threat to national security. As I said to you, as regard the price of rice, anybody who see that rice price is high, come follow me, let's get the paper with me later. Thank you. Okay? We should not be discussing rice price. No control over how many rice price in this country.
Fellow colleagues, few time ago when we followed the radio, almost all of the radio stations, by the Honorable Mayor Rojoka from CSA, the director for CSA, and we overheard that over 40,000 Liberians happens to be referred to as civil servants were wrongfully employed.
We have created twin government, CDC and party, and they are just repeating after each other. As people, as lawmakers, rice has been a problem in this country since 1979. And shamefully, as a country, we still have not found the answer to it. And we are here as representatives of the people debating the price of a commodity that we have no control over. Instead of the price of rice, the economy shows that we are using as a country 280 million United States dollars to buy rice. The biggest pressure on the Liberian dollar that continue to devalue the Liberian dollar is the importation of rice. And we sitting down here discussing on the price of rice from different countries so that when they make a decision in that country, I think it's a shame, and we need to find a solution. And the only solution to the issue of rice is that as a country, God has given us a soil that has the capacity to give us the rice that we need. Unless we can decide to grow our own rice, we must stop talking about the price of rice. There is nothing, we are aligned people, and not just the government, because the party was specialized in criticizing CDC, and it's still part of right. So CDC says that the country is caught in the web of two parties, and they are just playing for as a ball. We need to find a solution. There is no threat to national security. As I said to you, as regard the price of rice, anybody who see that rice price is high, come follow me, let's get with me later. Thank you. Okay? We should not be discussing rice price. No control over how many rice price in this country.
Months for this farm to reach the stage of harvest, and the rice produced is no different from what is imported from other countries. Well, they have been caused by Liberian leaders. Taken just 11 months for this farm to reach the stage of harvest, and the rice produced is no different from what is imported from other countries. Well, they have been caused by Liberian leaders from years to years that the country should see themselves returning to the agricultural sector. Though Liberia has enormous of resources, with the latest being the oil sector being the deep of the town. But there's argument that this sector don't provide a lot of employment and sustenance employment. Approximately 80% of the rice Liberians eat come from overseas, while a vast forest and fertile soil is being watched from a distance. Though he's invested into over 53 acres of farmland producing rice, Liberia's Vice President Joseph Waka maintains that Liberians must stop depending on others to feed them.
So we try to show that rice can be produced in Liberia, and rice should be produced because we spend more than $200 million a year to import rice, something that we need. I'm just saying we should pay our attention to production.
The production here may seem quite symbolic for the rest of Liberia, but Liberia's vice president is the one involved. And it sends a message to every Liberians that investing in agriculture, especially rice production, which is Liberia's most staple, may actually contribute to the growth and development of this country.
Also, as you can see, the women at the back there have been hired to work on the farm, and just want to put some food on your table. All around the country, all around the world, especially in Africa, most of the countries have been able to develop themselves through agriculture.
This country, there are positive things about our country that we need to project. It's not all doom, it's not all gloomy, it's not all hopeless. There is hope even in the midst of the difficulties we have. And the last but most important point that I get from here that we need to portray is that our destiny as Liberians is right in our hands.
Eco superstar Tantan is the son of the Liberian vice president. Though he finds himself in the entertainment industry, Tantan wants to step into the rich agricultural legacy of his father.
Processes like agriculture and other processes, there's a huge need for continuity. Otherwise, all this goes to waste. In case those that started the process are no longer in the picture, and then there's nobody to continue it. It goes back to being a forest. It goes back to us going back to the days, not being able to adequately take care of ourselves.
This kind of initiative, especially rice production, can just help to reclaim Liberia's international image. Moses Gazo, LNTV News, Bama.
December 2013, it was just, very little, but it was successful in terms of the tailoring, the survival, because when people felt that one plane was not going to survive, the one plane survived. The tailors were more than 15 to 20 tailors. And besides that, they saw the issues that we talk about in terms of SRI. Then there was a meeting in Liberia called at the Ministry of Agriculture with WAP coming in and asked, there's a commission project called SRI we need to implement on a WAP in Liberia. Have anyone practiced SRI? Put my hand up. I said, yes, I have. And then the minister in there said, well, then can you let give him the opportunity to champion the cause of SRI in the country. So just in time, WAP came in and said, okay, then can we use the institution you want to serve with, CHAP, to do us some of the activities? So we organized a big TOT workshop, training of trainers workshop in Kakata, December from the 17th to the 19th. And we've been in touch with Kone. All of this Kone have been back. SRI Kone have been very supportive, giving us information, taking photo back and forth. And then Dr. Gosu came in and said, okay, I'll be willing to come down. And Kone recommended Daniel from Sierra Leone who came to do the training. So we're 3, conducted the training. About 84 persons were trained. They were introduced to XRI, trained to the methodology, and there was some practical that were done. And after that, WAP said, can you start a pilot for us in Grand Juda in the Southeast? And then we have to design a project to pilot SRI in the Southeast. And besides that, because of the feedback, the report that came from the workshop, was encouraging. So it was given to Cornell and Dr. Erika Stager, the director for SRI, put on it and said, can I publish and post this report? I said, yes, you can. And we work around it so the report will be posted up. And she felt it was a very good start. How did you go about me? I was just passionate about this, and I felt it's a way of ending hunger. Because, in Liberia, we eat a lot of rice. One person with a report that's been reported will eat more than 133 kilos per annum. And if that is the case, and we import a lot, I think something that will increase yield. I took on it personally. Everything I've been doing, there's nobody paying me for it. I just do it voluntarily because I want change in my country. And I think the best place to start with the farmers, with the agriculture sector. So since then, with the exchanges, we just went for the official launching in February. And then we got the approval from the regional body that we can have Erika to come to Liberia. And I can tell you, you can see for yourself now, SRI is becoming a national kick because everybody wants to get on board. Everybody wants to have SRI in their fields. They want to see it done. And now they're asking, can you talk to us? So WAP in their own wisdom saw that with all of this work, they nominated me, appointed me to serve as a national focal point for SRI in Liberia.
It's not paid work, but I love it against a volunteer work, and I'm doing it. And you can see for yourself, there are a lot of people now who are prepared for it.
Who is asking for more information or to join?
And we have like USAID Fed is one of the big projects on the $5 million project in this country. And we had the chief of party come and say, yes, I give my endorsement. We accept SRR Oxfam we integrated into their program. We also had a stakeholder meeting with the Agriculture Coordinating Committee meeting. A lot of people from there, BRAC, which is one of the big seed producers in the country, have also expressed interest on adopting and integrating it. The farmers who constitute the largest population in this country are taking on board, they are championing the cause of SRI and carry the research station have given their own approval that they're going to roll it out. They did few plots. So, I mean, this is a plot. I mean, just in short, just from hearing something without even putting it to work and just taking on, I mean, I must say, everyone who did this wants a hats off. And we say to God be the glory that we can be carrying the cause of transformation in our country through SRI.
Thanks so much. And congratulations and good luck with next year and any year.
The same to you, to the entire Cornell family and the regional SRI program in West Africa.
Thank you.
Bye.
Okay, so you listen to a couple of interviews we play with
as a way to, one, create jobs, support livelihoods for farmers in Liberia, but also as a way for Liberia to be self-sustaining when it came to producing its staple food.
Rice is a huge part of the Liberian diet, so the demand is there.
They are by far the largest rice eaters in our sub-region. We eat over 100 kilograms of meal rice per person per year. That's a lot of rice compared to Senegal, Ghana, and the others.
Rice has also played a major role in Liberia's history. In 1979, a price hike on imported rice was one of the factors that led to the country's civil war. Today, after more than a decade of stability, Africa's oldest republic still imports most of its rice, namely from Asia and the US. It costs the country up to $200 million a year.
We bring in close to 300,000 metric tons per year. Our demand is around 400 to 450,000.
Liberia is growing at a slow but steady pace. As they introduce large-scale processing techniques, they hope Liberians will accept locally produced rice over imports.
We started, we were very, very small. We were niche marketing at the time. We started with a 1 ton per day mill, and now we're doing about 150 tons a month. Things have moved from a very base state where we started 7 years ago to now progressing where you see farmers actually treating rice as a business and investing into their farms and looking at it as something that's commercially viable.
One of his steady suppliers is located in the unlikeliest of places. Tucked away in Monrovia's bustling suburb of Painesville is the community Hope Agriculture, or CHAP. It's headed by Robert Bimba, a pastor who is also bent on changing lives through farming.
It's better to grow your own food and eat what you grow. And next is more dignified when people work for their own money than people giving them money.
Through a partnership with Japan, the Liberian government has given CHAP access to 1,800 hectares of lowland to cultivate.
In 2008, this place was a criminal hideout. This is in urban Monrovia. This place was butch, and criminals were giving people a hard time in the community. So we saw the need.
That criminal hideout has been turned into rich farmland, growing mostly rice, seed rice for planting and mill rice for eating.
We just have it said now we are planting a new rice. So now we introduce a system of rice intensification, where it's a climate smart approach, where you plant less rice and get more. You can use all seasons. And it's providing a lot of hope for people.
Many farmers complain that the government subsidizes rice imports but doesn't offer subsidies for growing rice. The Ministry of Agriculture says it plans to start offering seeds and fertilizer with help from the African Development Bank. The government is also addressing other concerns.
Our biggest challenge really is infrastructure. As I go around the country, even though we estimate that we are producing around 40 to 50% of our rice needs, we have a lot in the villages and towns. We don't have access to roads to be able to truck the rice out of the hands of the farmers to process, to package, and to sell.
So this is one of the types of rice that we know here at Fabrar. This is red country rice, as it's affectionately known in Liberia.
Now, homegrown rice has become a lot more visible in local markets. This makes Magdalene optimistic about the future.
Just looking at where we started from and where we are now and seeing, some of the things that are coming up around us with other millers now getting into the industry and seeing that, more attention is being paid to local production, I think that that's something to be proud of. I mean, we are pioneers. I feel like we're pioneers in doing that. That's great.
And he hopes others will join him in his goal towards self-sufficiency in his country.
Okay, so Liberians, you heard that. For the past 25 hours, we've been heightening this race debate. Yeah, this race debate. Now that I don't know whether it's going to sustain this actually, but you see, when we started the regulation, the motorcycle regulation, well, everybody thought it was going to be a failure. Now there are a lot of noise, and now everything has subsided. Should we accept? In my opinion, I think we should heighten the discourse about rice production in the country, since we all have agreed that it has embarrassed us before, and we are nearing similar embarrassment. So we have to do this one for us. This is State of the Nation. It is minutes are up to 4 o'clock. The next guest, as soon as we get signal, we will go into the discussion. But we were giving you some feedback, some background of how we should do our rice situation in this country. Since in fact, policymakers and those executing have all agreed that we need to take some actions to get out of this embarrassment. This is State of the Nation. Let me take this break. Of course, it has to be Echo Banger Orange. Then we come back into studio to continue our presentation. Today is the 21st of May, right?
Tanu, what happened to you so?
Julie, worry, I need to pay McDonald's coffee. Waiting tomorrow morning. And today is Sunday. I finished and get wasn't.
But there's no problem there at all. It's possible you can still pay it tomorrow.
Lord, I tell you, I'm not joking. If you can't help me, tell me, Lou.
I can help you. Let me ask you, have you heard about Ecobank money emergency number?
You say what? Just leave me alone. I'm telling you, I need to pay my money tomorrow morning. And then they'll open way 9 o'clock. They can't help me.
But you're not even going to the bank, Tanu. All you have to do is to dial *326# and request for 50% of your salary. You will pay Ecobank back within 30 days, and the interest are only 3%. The money will be sent to your account in a minute, and you can use your ATM card to withdraw it from any Ecobank ATM.
Damn it. You mean I'll get it the same day?
Oh yes, instantly, in a minute. But to you, Ecobank that.
Oh, I beg you, yeah. Ecobank can make things happen sharp for any money emergency. Just dial *326# to help yourself out.
Ecobank, the Pan African Bank.
Truth FM 96.1, the heart and soul of Liberia.
Get the best of news, views, and entertainment on Truth FM 96.1. This station rules the nation.
Make sure that.
So we have Pastor David Fatoma of the Life Ministries down Congo Town. He's the host. He's the pastor of that cathedral. As a matter of fact, he serves as religious ambassador to this platform, State of the Nation. Pastor Fatoma, good afternoon to you. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, Chris. It's an honor, and it's always a pleasure. Always a pleasure to
You're
be
good.
here.
You're good.
Yeah. Good.
Let me use this time to congratulate you on your preferment as board chair of the JNB Foundation.
Thank you very
I have
much.
to do this.
Chris, I haven't been on in studio since then. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate.
This is our first encounter since the preferment.
But you said behind me with a board chair business.
No, your board chair. What is it is a topic organization or
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the foundation is philanthropist, non-governmental, and non-political. Yeah.
Okay.
And that's why we stepped in, because we are not politicians.
Yeah, I know that. I know that. Okay. Welcome to this edition of State of the Nation. Thank you so much for coming.
I remember some months ago, less than a year, some people were trying to put me in some politics.
Yeah, you say you're going to sue them. You filed a lawsuit?
You were saying, no, Pastor, you met of God. Okay.
You filed a lawsuit. Okay, so welcome. And a familiar face, they returned to this country. Bishop Michael Thomas. Bishop Michael Thomas, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon. It is so good to see you again.
Yes, it's good to see you too. You're back after nearly a year.
Well, last time I was here was 2022.
2022, yes, if I'm more than a year. It's good to have you. And we still sit in the same hallowed place, giving information to the people that they can use. As a matter of fact, the Bible said, man shall not only live by bread, right? But every word. So we use this platform to preach to the people as well. Welcome.
Well, it seems like you guys are still doing a great job.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Good afternoon to you. What's your name? Can you?
Yes. My name is Harriet Dennis, and I'm here with Bishop Thomas. I didn't make it in 2022, but I'm happy to be here this year.
Better late than never. Welcome. First time Liberia?
No, actually it's the second time.
Second time. Glorious land of liberty.
Yes.
Yes, born out of the quest for liberty. Welcome once again. So, Pastor Fatoma,
Yes.
This is your place. Tell us why are our friends here once again.
So, like you said, we are not strangers here. Bishop Michael Thomas is not a stranger here. We're here last time. We're here in 2022 on this same occasion. The Good Shepherds Fellowship International is the fellowship that is led and was founded by the presiding prelate or bishop of the fellowship of the International Fellowship of Pastors or Shepherds, if you like, call them shepherds. Shepherds, pastors are shepherds. So the Lord gave Bishop a vision to equip pastors and shepherds to make them good shepherds, because leadership is very critical, and so is leadership in the church. Church leadership is very important because we all go. I mean, is we go to church. Everyone goes to church. Everyone finds a church to go to. I mean, Liberia being a religious society, people who are in government, people who are in the private sector, who are professionals, they are all members of churches, and if you like, religious centers. And so, raising good shepherds who will lead them spiritually, mentor them is very important. So the Lord laid on Bishop heart, to start this work. And now Bishop will talk to you more about Good Shepherd, and of course, the executive director, um, Bishop Harriet Dennis, and they will tell us more about what Good Shepherd. But today we are here to talk about the Good Shepherds Fellowship International Conference, which has been held, or which begins tonight. It will be launched tonight at the Light Streams Chapel, Pacos Island, Otis, Congo Town, at 6 p.m. But registration starts at 5 o'clock. There'll be a lot of people coming, so it'll be good that you come and register on time and get your tag and get your materials and get ready for the conference. So tonight,
So before I go to Bishop, let me ask you, Pastor Fatama. Let's take a stock of previous events taking place. Have you been able to do a soul session? Uh, whether you getting the desired results from these conferences usually held annually?
of course, I myself, first of all, let me begin with myself. Bishop has been teaching on, organizational principles, and one of them he'll be talking about is sowing and reaping during this conference. But all these principles he has applied in his own life, in his own ministry. We're talking about somebody who the Lord used in the United States of America to raise a 3,500 member church from 4 to 5 members. And till today's date, up to the time he turned over to a younger person, a younger shepherd, the church was intact. And and I mean that's something you can learn from. And I've learned since I encountered this man of God, I've learned to be more organized personally and ministry wise. And I think that's, and people who attended, I have gone to Ghana to attend his conferences. I mean, he been here, and I've learned, and not only me, people who have been in our network of pastors have testified of what they learn and how these principles are affecting and imparting their ministries. So I can say yes, we've been able to do a post, check on people who attended this conference and seeing that the desired results have been met. And yes, I'm being a testimony myself. And so basically, yes, I can say we are getting the desired results. These are seeds. Every time you sit under a man of God, especially a true man of God who brings a word, there are seeds sown, and those seeds they don't. I mean, it takes time, but then they germinate, they germinate, they grow, and then there is a harvest. So people are seeing those.
Now you set the basis now. So let me go to Bishop Thomas. Bishop, at tonight's gathering, kicking off this conference, there are two groups of people you're going to encounter. As that's the reason why I asked the question preceded. People who come for refresher, or people who will come anew to get fresh information or news about the conference, not the conference, but their own spiritual life. How prepared are you for this occasion tonight?
I believe I'm very prepared. We started, there's 9 spiritual principles that I've taught in the U.S., especially our church. We started our church with 3 members, my wife, my daughter, as well as myself. And over 30 2 years, it grew to 3,500. And part of the growth has come from these principles that we're teaching here in Liberia. We started with one country, which was Ghana. Now we are in over 40 countries teaching these principles. So the principles work. A principle is eternal truth when you follow will yield a desired result. So these principles can work for your personal life, they can work for your spiritual life, as well as for your family life. The last time I was here, we taught the spiritual principle or organization, which is God's plan to simplify our lives. And but this conference, we're talking about the spiritual principle of sowing and reaping, which is God's plan to provide for our lives. And so, this particular principle is a faith building principle, and it teaches us how to receive the provisions of God. And it also teaches us how to superabound to meet the needs of others. So I believe that it does not matter if you've been in a conference before, this is your first conference. I believe the Word of God is taught in such a way that you will grow, you will learn, and you will prosper by these principles.
So when you undertake mission like this one, it has three components. You're using your energy, you're risking your life to fly over, crossing from one point of the Atlantic to the other, and you're using finances. What makes you keep doing this thing over and over? What pleasure have you taken?
Well, that is a very good question. I believe because it's a vision that God has given me. The Bible says, without a vision, the people perish or the people cast off restraint. We just got back from Liberia, Ghana. We just got back from Kenya, Togo, Tanzania, teaching these principles. This year, I will go to India, Malaysia, Singapore, Dubai. I will also go to South Africa. These principles are based upon the Word of God, and if you take the Word of God and apply it to your life, you will grow, you will prosper by these principles. So, what we're doing, each nation that we go in, we only teach one principle at a time. We don't preach all of the principles. We want to make sure that people get these principles down and then apply it to their lives so they can see the benefit of the principles.
Okay, with that, let me come to Bishop Harriet Dennis. Bishop, welcome once again. So you missed out last time, so I intentionally didn't remind the Bishop Thomas. This is Liberia's biggest private radio station, privately owned. Let me put it that way. And we honored to have you on this network. As a matter of fact, we both on air and online, and you can watch this one live, or just after here you can click on the link and see what we did here or what you did here. That is playback. So there's a mission at hand, there's a task at hand. It starts tonight at the live stream ministries down Congo Town. Tell me your impression, how excited you are.
For me, this is a continued fulfilling, if you will, of the assignment that is not only on Bishop's life, but my life and our Bishop Bernie and his wife, who's also here as a part of our team. It is the continuation of God's purpose and alignment of the body of Christ. And so we are excited. You asked Pastor David about how do we know what's happening after we're gone. That is the one thing that we like, one reason that we like to come back, because we want to see how these principles are working, because they have worked so powerfully in our own lives. And it works because it's based upon an eternal truth, which is the Word of God. And so I'm excited about tonight. I'm excited to be with the pastors and leaders that'll be coming tonight in these next 2 days. And I am looking for an impactful change, and not only just a change, but a transformation of what God can do in the lives of leaders. I believe that we are suffering within the body somewhat of a leadership crisis. So if we can leave a deposit of what good shepherds and good leaders look like and act like and should be to those whom they are leading, then I believe we've made a great step toward productivity within the body.
Okay, so I want to know, do you have expectations of you will be encountering, like my boss said, people who are coming at fresh first, and those who will be coming for a refresher. So, what are your expectations for the participants?
Yeah, we
If you do, I mean, yeah.
first of all, we are definitely looking for those who may be coming for the first time. And honestly, equally, we're looking for those who will be returning this year. Because of the way Bishop Thomas carries the conference annually, last year was the spiritual principle of organization, God's plan to simplify your life. We're looking for those who came last year to see how it went this year. And for the new ones who are coming, so the teaching tonight or this next couple of days will be new to everyone. Everyone will be hearing this teaching from Bishop Thomas for the first time, and so there is a catching up as well as a coming together, if you will. So we don't feel that we need to separate. It's because this is new knowledge that'll be coming in this framework. We believe everybody will be blessed equally, and we get an opportunity to see how organization have been operating in the lives of pastors and leaders from last year.
Okay, Pastor.
Yes.
Yes, we know there's going to be a general conference, but are you going to have some side meetings with participants?
Of course, we definitely towards the end of the meeting, the conference, we are
Every
definitely
day?
going to have a interactive
Okay.
forum where we interact with the old people who were here, who were there last time, and those who are just coming, especially those. There will be a whole session where we admit people into Good Shepherds Fellowship International. They'll have time to ask questions and Q&A time. Questions will be answered, and things like, and let them know, drill them through how they can be members. We've already started having questions. How can I? Last time I was here in studio, and some of them, how can I be a part of it? How can I be a part of it? You were here. You listened to one of the callers, and so our plan is to, after that, this meeting, we want to make sure we tell people this is how you can be. It's not just waiting for 2 years or after every other year to come once. It's not an event thing. It's a continuous process. We want to ensure that these principles are taught, whenever we meet, because there are meeting times. Good Shepherds Fellowship is a continual program. Yeah. So we'll have extra meetings outside of this seminar.
Okay, so you're tuning in to the platform State of the Nation. Magdalene and Chris, we're here, and we are in conversation with Pastor David Fatoma, Bishop Michael Thomas, and Bishop Harriet Dennis. We are having a discussion on a conference that is set to kick off tonight.
Yeah,
tonight. So,
are you going to attend?
well, I don't want to say no, yes, and then I will not attend. Yeah. So, Pastor, I'd like you to tell us. Let me go back to Bishop Dennis. Bishop, I wanted to ask you this question. That is, man, you're going to be having this conference, and people are going to turn out. Some of them will come for spiritual renewal, as we said earlier on. Some are wary about life condition, drug addiction, prayers for the children to find fortune, and where are they going to find those things? In the sanctuary that is doing the conference, or man, just come so we preach the gospel to you. Go and practicalize it yourself. If it works, well, that's it. If it doesn't, but another way around, you could say, come, let me play the parental role and play tissue real parental guidance so that you can live on.
That's a very good question. And when we go back to the vision and the mission of Good Shepherds Fellowship International, it is our desire that God will give us the wisdom and the knowledge to make deposits into shepherds and leaders so that they would be able to return to their families, their churches, their ministries, their, even if some are working their jobs, and begin to make the same impact we are praying that we will make with them. So when we come together, that's why we're asking for pastors, spouses, and leaders, because we know that any change in the country, in the community, locally, even in the families, is going to begin with the leadership of those entities. And so when we bring good shepherds together, we're looking for the impact that God will make deposits within them so that they will take these messages and really apply them to their lives so that they can be part of the answer to transformation and no longer part of the problem. And so we might not be able to speak to every drug addiction and every divorce that may be happening and the real issues of other issues of life, but we believe that if we can bring good shepherds together to be what God said in his word, that I will give you shepherds after my heart who will feed you with knowledge and wisdom. And so if we can help pastors and equip them and mentor them and engage them and empower them to be what God has called them to be, we believe they can go back into the community and begin to deliver these same teachings out of their own sense of commitment and bring change wherever God plants them and wherever God places them. They will make a difference if they can follow these principles, the word of God. They will make a difference.
Okay, so Pastor Bishop Thomas, sorry. Um, After this encounter, when you leave, usually, what do you do next? Leave the rest with Pastor Fatoma. Well, Pastor, you can now take care of your flock, or you keep calling him back or checking on what are some of these messages that are resonating.
Yes, that's what we do wherever we go. We just again left Tanzania as well as Kenya. We had a powerful move of God in both places. But when we left, we had organized in such a way that these pastors and leaders can continue to do the teachings so that their congregations, that the people that are come, that they will be taught throughout the next rest of this year on this principle that we're teaching of sowing and reaping. So it's not just me coming in or us coming in and preaching and then leaving. We leave a deposit there with the leaders of how to teach these principles, how to share it with their congregation, and they meet on a regular basis to go over the material so they can continue to discuss it as well as understand it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Bishop Thomas, I want you to give us a teaser. What is expected in the coming days, beginning this evening? Maybe you can select a topic because as I learned from Pastor Fatoma, is going to be focused on organizational principles. So, take one of the topics and tell us, at least in 1 or 2 minutes, tease a little bit so those who will be attending the program beginning today will somebody want to be they are following and they really want to know what is expected when they attend this program.
Well, the spiritual principle of sowing and reaping is God's plan to provide for my life. I really do believe that. Let me go back to tell you about these principles we taught at our church in North Carolina, in the USA. During COVID, we got emails, letters, people calling saying, "Thank you so much for teaching us these principles." Because during COVID, as you know, COVID affected America more than any other nation in the world. Over 1 million people died in the US, but our church continued to thrive. People continue to prosper. People continue to operate by all these principles. But the spiritual principle of sowing and reaping is God's plan to provide my life. I often say that I lived in three lands in my life: the land of lack, the land of even, and the land of abundance. There are many people in church that are living in the land of lack. The land of lack is where you're living and you can't make your bills by the end of the month. You pay your bills, but at the end you don't have enough. But the land of abundance is where I believe that God wants all of his children. Not that everyone would be a millionaire, not that everyone would be a billionaire, but I do believe that it's God's best for us to be a blessing. God blesses us to be a blessing. And so I will teach them about, because I lived in all three lands, so I know how it feels to not have enough. I know how it feels to have just enough. And I also know how it feels to live in abundance. Abundance is not for the pastor to be blessed and the members not. The abundance is for us to be a blessing to others. One of the reasons we brought this to Liberia is, of course, Pastor Fatuma is our overseer here in Liberia, is that we know that God wants to move greatly in this nation. God wants to do something great in this nation. And so I believe that if they hear these principles applied, and especially this principle of sowing and reaping, because it teaches us how to receive the provisions of God. God has supplied all of our needs. The Bible says he will supply all of our needs according to his riches and glory by Christ Jesus. So I really believe that as people would take this principle, sowing and reaping, apply it to their lives, they will begin to see the abundance of God that will flow out of their lives.
Okay, thank you. So, Pastor David Fatoma, now the duration of the conference and the procedure one has to follow if you want to attend. We can do this in 5 minutes, quickly.
Yes. The duration of the conference is 3 days, which commences tonight at registration, like I said, start at 5:30, between 5 to 5:30, but the service will start at 6 p.m. All right, and this followed by tomorrow morning, and there'll be, but tomorrow we'll have both morning and evening session. Evening sessions, two sessions in the morning at 10 o'clock will be there. But the registration of those who will not come tonight, they can come and do their registrations in the morning and things like that. And then 10 o'clock service should start, teaching should start, and that will be the seminar. Then in the evening we'll have an evening meeting. Then the next day, which is on Friday, we actually have one session, which would be from morning to noon. And so we have 3 days conference, and the procedure is to just come and register. Registration is free. Just come and register. You get your tag, especially those that have done pre-registrations. Tags are already ready. You have your tag, you have your materials. That's why we decided to do it in advance. That does not negate the fact that we are encouraging leaders, especially leaders, and pastors, to show up. If you still want to come, we'll create room for you. But we want you to come on time and be a part of the conference for these 3 days.
3 days, and registration is free. Attendance is free.
Yes.
Breakfast?
Breakfast is served.
Breakfast,
Lunch, supper, or dinner.
no supper. Tonight there will be no supper.
Okay, so the capacity of the sanctuary can give up to what, 150, 200?
Oh no, we can take up to 700. I mean, we have an overflow. We have an overflow.
I told you God used you to build a cathedral.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. I told you that.
I don't like to accept cathedral. You say cathedral, I think it should be bigger than ours.
Yes. Okay. So, Bishop Dennis, you have a minute to close up. Then come to. Sorry. You want to take calls?
Yeah, I need like 2 minutes.
I just want to just thank everyone who's even thinking about coming and attending and being a part of this conference. I believe that God is going to bring revelation on things that we might have thought one way, and God is going to show us the way that that will help move us further along faster. So we are happy to be here. We're grateful toward this opportunity just to share this vision and this conference with those who are listening, and we hope that you will make your way to us, because we have put a lot of effort to move all hindrances out of the way.
That's right.
So that you could come and be here with us during the conference.
Okay, so while we go across the table, we will open the lines, and why Bishop Thomas is closing up, and a call inquiry. You have just call the number in studio 0777 2859 61, 0777 2859 61, or the numbers that you know already, 777 51 0777 5144278. That is 077 5144278. And a point of inquiry, as you gear up to attend this soul searching a mission that the folks are here from the United States and in partnership with the live stream. Got a call here. Okay, let me see. Let's see where we can put this caller on. Hello? Hello?
Okay,
So you missed out.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So while we try to, oh, okay, I see.
Yeah, yeah.
Just the phone went off. Yes.
We can. Okay.
0777
Yeah.
077 5144278. 077 5144278. You have an end point of inquiry. While we do that, while we are waiting, so let's go to the host pastor to tell us his last comments, maybe in 1.5 minutes, before we can go to Bishop Thomas.
Yeah, so we are just encouraging all of those pastors and church leaders and leaders that have, signed up, taken the forms. I mean, we have done this in advance. We are only here now to encourage those who have not signed up yet. There's still room for you. We look forward to, having a great conference. Last time, Bishop and the team, was here. They had a great conference. It was it was very impactful. We got testimonies and a lot of things happened. The teaching, the word, the word itself is powerful, very, very impactful. And so we look forward to seeing you tonight. At Live Streams Chapel. The Live Stream Chapel is the host, but this is Good Shepherd Fellowship.
So let me just hold you there. Hello. Harry's calling for red light. What interest you have? Let's hear you. Whether it's only for pastors or any other person, right? Okay, just keep listening. Bishop Thomas will address your concern. Thank you so much. In a rather noisy background, yes, Pastor Fatoma.
So I'm just closing and saying, we want to encourage all of our pastors who attended last time and those who have expressed interest this time, and church leaders. And I know, listen to the guy who called. Yes, this is supposed to be a conference for pastors, their wives, and leaders of the church. Leaders. And these principles are also important, not only for the church, leaders in the church, but leaders even in the word. Once these principles are useful for all of us. So basically, these leadership principles are very, very important. So we look forward to seeing you tonight and for the next 3 days.
Okay, now Bishop Thomas.
Well, again, I want to thank you, Truth FM 96.1, for allowing us to come again. And as has already been said, I am looking very forward to seeing all of you to come to this conference. Last time we were here, the balcony was filled. We just had people all over the place. So I believe, like I just said, we just got back from Tanzania and Kenya. And we had a powerful move of God in those nations. And I believe that here in Liberia, that God is going to speak, God is going to move, and that not just for pastors and spouses and leaders, but I believe for any persons that would come, that your life would be changed, your life would be touched by the word of God. So again, I would like to invite everyone to come. Last time we were here, we just had a really great time, and we're looking forward to seeing all of the ones that were there last time and the new ones, because I believe this principle of sowing and reaping will be a blessing in your life, your individual life, your family life, as well as your church life. Thank you again for Truth FM 96.1 for allowing us to be here. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you. Thank you. Please go into your your prayer menu, this prayer for this station. Pastor Fatama,
Yes,
Bishop Thomas, Bishop Dennis, thanks so much for coming. We
thank you.
appreciate. I got a song for you being played, and it's titled Grace.
No, mercy.
Right?
Yeah,
Okay,
mercy.
mercy.
Here right now, it's all because you, it's all because of your love that I'm still standing. I could have missed my way. I could have fallen on the wayside, but you are always there to help me.
Grace
I
is
could
upon
have
me. Please,
missed my
inside that grace
way.
is upon me. I don't know why.
I
It's taking
could have
over me. Something.
fallen on the
Ah,
way,
You know songs.
but you
Please mute.
always help
No,
me.
jellyfish.
Lord, I'm amazed by how you showed me mercy. Thank you for your mercy. Lord, I'm amazed by how you showed me mercy. Thank you for your mercy. It's all because of you. It's all because of yours that I'm still standing here right now. It's all because of you. It's all because of your love that I'm still standing. I could have missed my way. I could have fallen on the wayside, but you're there to help me. I could have missed my way. I could have missed it on the roadside, but you help me. Lord, you show me mercy. Thank you for mercy. I know you show me mercy. Thank you, Lord. Thank you for your mercy. It's all because of you. It's all because of you. It's all because of you. I'm still standing. I'm still standing. Oh, because of you. Oh, because of you. But I'm still standing. Gonna miss my way. Gonna miss my way. But you're always there. Gonna miss my way. But you thank you more. Thank you for
Thank you for your mercies. You're a new morning. You're a new morning. You saw me.
Can you lift your hands and thank him? But how you showing me favor. Thank you for your favor. Lift your hands and say, Lord, I'm honest. But how you showing me.
Lord, I'm how you show me goodness. Daddy, thank you for Lord, I'm oh how you show me mercy. Thank you for your mercy. Oh, I'm amazed by how you show me mercy. Thank you for your. You know, we're back going through some lines from the executive mansion. Well, it is widely being reported. We're trying to confirm that. Yeah, but we know that the president has disapproved any increment in the price of the 25 kg rice. The president has disapproved. As a matter of fact, this platform yesterday informed you that there is no 20% added. It expired since March 2024. And these rice importers maybe took it to be business as usual. So did you buy rice between yesterday and today? Tell me. Or since today, going to next 24 hours. Where is this now?
What? Who? Oh, I have to put that here on your phone. See
The
that?
one yours. Sure. It's not. Oh, see how I'm so about my words. I can see, I can tell, and I know it's your grace. All my days, I will sing your praise. See how far you brought me. I'm so glad you found me. I can see, I can tell, and I know it's your way. Oh, my days, I will sing your praise.
Yeah, hold on.
To you, Lord, I'm here only by your grace. Thank you, Jesus.
And you know, this one is called Ize Ebube in the Igbo language, Miracle by Neon Adijo. This is the time we praise our Creator. One person who is inspired, oh, he has seen glory into the Lord by this song and feels that yes, it is only one, and that is the Creator who will stand by him in the middle of a troubled water. Ibe, good afternoon to you.
To say DJ Christopher.
Yes, man.
But look, when you follow the word in this song, you will appreciate God more. One can say, more than my mouth can testify, more than my mind can comprehend. See, I see the wonders of His grace. Then you know exactly that God has been faithful. I'm just inspired this afternoon. I don't know who you are. Sometimes you lift the souls of people who are one way or the other downhearted. This is no mistake. There are too many persons that are downhearted around Liberia, even the globe. You know, there's some reasons, something probably that must have happened to them or what they are going through. That prompted me to call this afternoon because of this song. It's one of my favorite songs. I never go to church without singing this song.
Really?
Oh, yes. I sing this song very well.
What, you face some form of what, depression or abandonment?
No, I'm not depressed.
Abandonment? In the midst of abandonment, these are the songs that can revive people. Yes.
When you, like I said, when you listen to the wording, do you more than my mouth can testify? Something is or more than your mouth. Then you come to think about it. And is it more than my mind? Your mind cannot comprehend the grace of God, the unmerited favor of God. You know, and then you see God's wonders. Look at our hair. We bow every 2-3 weeks and the hair grows. You go to bed and you wake up. You see the sea. You see the sun. And a child is born.
And you know, if you cut your skull, you're not going to see hair under your skin.
Absolutely. So these are just some of the many wonders of God. So the songwriter puts it very well when he said, easy, Bobby. See how far you brought me. Chris, compared 30 years ago, 40 years ago, when you went down the economy, compare the photo, see where you are today. A bachelor degree holder, a media specialist, a PR specialist, a communication expert. Somebody that have served our country in different fields of life.
And still wanting to serve. But this one you saying, this beatitude you are reciting, I think you are referring to yourself. Oh.
From Virginia, when Trinidad was established with the great Ambrose Marr. And we used to send text messages. We were the first with Kamala Harris. Yeah. And looking far you've come from. To Ashmore Street up to People Road, you are still serving very humble, still contributing, doing some secret things that are keeping the country going. Your public relation expertise has left this nation into something that people would keep admiring. So I want to talk about you right now. You're into agriculture in a very small way. Is there anybody who can assist you with equipment, with material, or with money to build? So
Man, I just need $5,000 right now. If I get the $5,000, if I get it now, yeah, man. But guess what? Listen to this one. All these things that you said, they're all being prepared, all being prepared by grace. Let me put it that way. And this is a song. Listen to this song. Listen.
That's my favorite. Oh, I remember that. What, you just said Chris? Yeah, you just said Chris. I introduced that song to you.
Everybody say what? This one is titled Grace is Working. Just
yeah,
listen.
Grace is Working. That keep telling me Grace, I can't remember. Yeah, that's my
me before. I'm no longer the same. My words behind. Do I have reason Christ? Grace is working for me. Grace is working for me. Your grace is working for me. Grace is working for me.
Grace is working for me, and I guess it's working for you as well. How much are you buying a 25 kg bag of rice? Hello, this caller? Yeah, why are you running on motorbike since I'm calling?
Something is bothering me. This is why I decided that if you cannot come in like through the media,
just stop the bike and push your point. Yeah.
Okay, what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
What's her name?
Like we said, Nelson.
Okay.
Yeah, Mr. Sellee, each time you can remember when we started that disconnection around Morovia. All getting streets there. And now so I'm at zero balance. The only thing they started disconnection. Now they disconnected the place. And as I'm speaking to you, from the time that things were built, 1972, there have not been any streets like water wasting all around it.
Mr. Wilson, nothing?
Yeah.
Sorry, we don't want to go off track. Please, can you text me? Then we can make arrangement for your parents. I beg you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Grace is working for me. Now, Grace is working for us. Let's take Hafo. He's the minister of the gospel, a journalist, a youth advocate. Chief.
Hafo.
Yeah, how you doing? Good people.
55 years old man is a youth. How are you? Let's hear you.
No,
This
why?
is working for me. Why you keep calling yourself youth?
To my 60. I cannot be a youth.
Don't mind him. How you doing, Bessie?
I'm not a youth. You just got into 50, Chris. Yeah, so don't say that. You people love foreign music. For you to be playing normal song, easy song, in a studio there, play even.
My man, I'm not here for your split. The music that inspires me.
Why?
The music that inspires me, as long as it's singing to the glory of God.
Why you always like division? Don't.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. May grace be upon you.
No, but he still. I beg you, please get him some time.
No, I just want him to go now. Yeah, because
I bought rice yesterday for $19 when we left the studio, and there's a shop right opposite the church before you get to Baptist Field, and there where I bought the rice. Right around the market area.
you gotta make things. I mean, more here or something. You've been buying rice by cup. You gotta say now. Who buy rice more than today? You buy rice by bag. Yeah, man.
I want to believe that. I know you got the money to buy bags of rice, but you alone. You live in a house.
You
so
invited us to your house.
Yeah,
You made us with Saah. You sent the people to go buy
rice. Before you keep cooking.
I see you, Chief. I see you, Chief.
Wait, let it talk. Yeah, buy your oil. Oh my God.
So I did not buy rice by cup. That's one thing you know.
Okay.
Because my rest, I don't allow my rest to finish.
Okay.
Chief, how much you bought the rest for yesterday?
I bought the rest for $19.
All right. I know all your tenants there. You realize it.
Listen, you want information in Sharon community. A kissy guy got a shop here.
Just say a vendor. Just say a vendor and leave the trouble link.
How far I got problem with you?
No, but do we care about his trouble background?
Whether he's fuller or whether he's kissy or
no, man.
I mean, it doesn't matter, man.
Okay, so yeah, the kissy man owns a shop, and then the kissy man owns a shop. Then the grubber man went to buy rice, right? And how you want to say it?
The grubber man went to buy rice.
You, yeah.
Yeah, he told the grubber man, bring to the $1. So he said, I will put you there. He said, yeah, wow.
They're not on the air, yo. They're not on the air. Just you can carry to a different radio station.
You can carry a different air. Not here.
Government to put a post down strong because some people want to make the government look ugly. This is the only government I can post up that I have voted for. All other voting I've been voting, I've never said openly, but I have voted for our president. His Excellency.
Amen. That thing behind us now.
Yeah.
The election commission has discarded all those votes. We are looking for we're looking towards 2029.
Yep. You better try and do something. You're trying to do something about the raspberry, yo.
The thing is that when people want to make the government ugly, we will speak. Somebody can say that and say they deducted 25 cents from the bag of rice. We never saw that taking effect. Then all of a sudden, they want to increase the price of rice. Somebody said that you consult the security, the other agency, your police before you made this pronouncement. Nobody should come here and be giving on the detriment of the Liberian people. So that person that said it reduced 25 cents, we did not see it happening. Then all of a sudden, price went up. We want to ask the president to investigate and put his foot down.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Okay. All right. I'll put in a group chat. Please go and respond.
Which group that?
The youth group.
Grace is working.
No. Another person is on.
Hello. Yes, how are you? Where are you calling us from?
John Winnie, a visually impaired call from Mount Barclay, and I want to appreciate you for the topic in discussion about God grace.
Mm-hmm.
Because His grace is too sufficient. I don't know, those don't know the importance of God. Because for a grace, for a visually impaired man to play with different chemicals, produce basil, head grease, and still moving strong from that. Take your goose as blind person, take your goose in water side dweller, your one moving setting. What other have eye, God can kill them, motorball hitting them. But if visually impaired, you get about 200 pieces of chloride bottle and cartoon on your head. They using your king between cars, motorbike. But yet, God can carry me through, come back safely. What other can leave the houses and the knee can be changed to their body.
Yes. It's on the grace. It's on the grace. Thank you. Thank you, John.
Thank you.
Thank
John,
you.
your name is John what?
Any.
John.
My number to you, I said over and over, and I responded for me.
Oh my God. You mean? Oh, okay. Okay, maybe you can do that again, yeah?
The next time, just say, this is John winning the rest farmer. She will respond to you.
Easy. Easy.
She got free rest. She made an agricultural minister and said, don't, when I visit here, every time we go there, I want.
Yeah. John, sorry.
What happened to the rest?
I can cook it inside. In fact, the reason why you see that I can eat it to my house, I don't bring it here. I will not bring it here.
But the next time,
Grace
you're
is
not
working for me.
you're not practicing for me. The next time, I wouldn't say you there for me.
That breast the minister gave, no, the bag is big. Whole year.
Amen, Blackie, this is Grace. Hello? Yes? Chief, please.
Excuse me. You're on the radio, sir. Who do you want to talk to? Okay. Hold on a minute. Where? Let me get. Yeah.
So you're not scared of me now, right?
Chief.
You see the men are
The man when you told him call back, won't tell you. The man.
Oh God.
No.
Yeah. No, I didn't tell them about to come in for today.
I had you the money. All right. Just.
Okay, John, when I get your text already.
You see? He's not been Joe, you're not been texting me.
If you see what John said about you.
I just said.
A visually impaired person is calling you from Nimba.
I can save that number, but I don't know where. Yeah, my Sarah come in. Let me call you back. John Winnie, sorry, I don't know how it happening, but I can save your number. Sarah, I'll call you back. Sarah, I'll call you back.
Unfortunately, we couldn't make contact with.
What? Okay.
Yes, I'm told he's in transit.
Yeah,
headed back to the United States.
Yeah. Hello? Let me take Alex for now. Tell us how Grace working for you. You bet.
God doing it. God will continue to do it for Liberia. And we, Magdalene and Husband Grace, according to this issue, we have to be the government, the president needs to be the arrest bidding because every time president put more arrest bidding and go up.
So when give example. Give example. You're not just going around. Give example. Sorry.
Mosquito call is a
No, no, hold on now, hold on, just hold on, just hold on. You're speaking to a classroom teacher. Hmm? The man who love clarity. You said these people should leave the rest issue, right? Because every time they come and talk on that issue, there can be price hike, right? So then why are you leaving the rest? I told you to act to give an example, then you go to chicken feed. No, no, listen, the example now, hold on.
President, we are back
Just
to
listen
the
now,
US, right?
just listen. The example I gave you now in paragraph development, you say each for e.g. or for example, that example should be rice, not chicken feed. You understand? But you didn't mention it in your opening paragraph. You didn't mention that in your opening paragraph.
The past government, President George Weah, president of this country, he came and dropped tariff on rice.
Okay.
Last year, and we're going to look, rice price started going up the same way. Of recent, we hear that the Commerce Ministry dropped 25%. And all of a sudden, we just saw the hacking prices around the US city.
Okay.
So we have to leave our major commodity and just be
The first and foremost thing is that you misunderstood the intervention made by President Barker last time. The executive order that was issued. There was nothing about 25%.
Yeah.
There was nothing about 25%. I want you to know that because we sit here and if in your effort to find solution to this rest problem, we can't sit here to allow you
There was the
issue
Commerce
statements,
Minister,
statements.
It was a Commerce
And it was
Minister.
not even 25. The Commerce Ministry recently announced 20%, and they said they were taking recommendation from rest importers.
You
So
mean a week ago?
yesterday?
You mean a week?
Yeah.
A week?
Yes.
No, that was like a month or two ago, and it did not cut across the country.
That's what we say.
So it was only with certain group of people. There was 25%, a deduction in the price of rice. That was like a month or two ago. Yeah, so that was from the Commerce Ministry.
You say hold on. What you say? I'm a follow. Oh.
Yeah. So that was the Commerce Ministry.
Except that you just need to do it.
Some percentage of the petroleum, people who look, it went back to 850. They dropped, but it went to 850.
Okay. All right, Alice.
Chief.
Great, so what for us?
Yourself, you have to be very clear because you just get numbers. You have to take that how you play with numbers. Yeah, so
I just wanna see you on tomorrow. The first citizen of Peaceville. All right.
Small.
I didn't get him. Yeah, hello. Hello? Yeah. What happened to your phone? Do you have to change your phone? Then you gotta do it, or you shooting my ears, or hello? Hello? Hey man. Hello? Yeah, better. How you doing? Hello? Akwe? Is Akwe? Yeah, my man. Where are you sitting making calls? I mean, your calls not coming through. All right. All right. Okay. We're talking about grades now.
Yeah, so with this issue of grades,
you have to change your location.
No, George. Akwe, yeah. Masira, I keep calling back to back. Sorry. Yeah. But we have 2 more minutes to go.
I think we will end up with this one. Well, at least Liberians have now the space to express themselves.
Yeah, Akwe?
Yeah, Chief Magdalene.
Yes, sir.
Sorry for the bad reception when it came to the call. But Chief Magdalene, quickly with the of the right and
Oh, you want to talk about grace out in the rights?
I was talking about grace just before I got the line. But Chief Magdalene,
yeah.
I want to say this quickly to our government. You know, over the past years, we have had serious problems with this issue of information dissemination to the public.
Okay.
I think the communication arm of our government that we all fought for, I think the communication arm has a serious problem. The issue of this right business is not something like the government came out and imposed it on the people of Liberia. This is something that has to do with almost a crisis. So I think if the communication arm of the government will always be very quick to talk to the public on the unfolding, I think people will not be speculating, because right now what is happening is that some of our brothers now, as they are using this means as a political way of, manipulating the minds of our people against the government, which is totally wrong.
Okay.
So I think the communication arm must be robust.
When
situations come up, let it be able to inform the public in due time so that they cannot misinformation concerning what is happening. But
Chief, we gotta go. Thank you.
We
Thank
have
you.
to go.
We gotta go. We gotta go.
We gotta go. Now. Let's talk tomorrow.
That's how we sign off this afternoon.
We are switching. We'll be switching.
See you on tomorrow. This
tomorrow.
is Ize Ebube.
Yeah.
See you on tomorrow.
So a few seconds. The youth conversation coming up tomorrow, because the feedback last week was very huge, and then we'll be discussing the role of the family, community, and the school. So join us tomorrow the same time, and it's gonna be awesome. So we are switching from one power source to another, and we'll see you on tomorrow. Thank you.